Welcome back to the Kosi Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi. Welcome back to a brand new video. We need to talk about Arsenal's attack. We are getting red cards and we are getting injuries as well. But something is not clicking yet when it comes to the attack. Gabriel Martinelli is a little bit off from Saka. I wouldn't say he's off form, but he hasn't performed to the levels that we actually expect. And Kai Havertz against Manchester City did not complete a single pass in that game, but so did Julian Timber. So what is going on with this Arsenal attack? If you've seen Arsenal this campaign, you've already noticed that we have changed tactics again. This is the third time with the new season that Mikel Arteta has changed tactics, and of course it's been a little bit convenient for us because we're getting red cards and we are also picking up these injuries that we don't want. Therefore, Mikel Arteta's tactics have actually played out very well. But is it sustainable? What we are doing this season and what we are looking to do. So this is our starting 11. Partly the starting 11, because we're going to talk about the attacking three that Mikel Arteta should be using this campaign. So in the comment box below, let me know what is the front three that should be starting for Arsenal. But with everyone fit, right? With everyone fit, Mikel Arteta is looking to do a Jose Mourinho more rather than a Pep Guardiola this campaign. He's looking to defend more. He's looking to be conservative. He's looking to keep more clean sheets and hence more points picked up rather than scoring 3 and conceding 2, scoring 4 and conceding 3. Is not looking to be part of that business. Now, I don't have a problem when a manager decides that they're tired of conceding goals, they're tired of playing open games, and therefore they want to control all the events that happen on the pitch. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with Arsenal trying to score many goals as possible from set pieces, and I don't have a problem with Arsenal winning 1-0 until the end of the campaign. The question and the problem I have is it sustainable? Now, the first 4 games of 5 games, it's 4-5, I think 5 games that we have seen in the Premier League, they have taught us a very important lesson. We have only dropped points on 2 occasions, against Brighton at home and also against Manchester City away. Manchester City, for us, it's a massive point. When you think about our squad, where we are, and the kind of personnel we have and the kind of personnel that we are missing, that is a fantastic point. Don't get me wrong, I wanted a win. Michael Oliver spoiled it for us, but it should have been a win. And maybe Leandro Trossard should have done a little bit better in that situation. But it's a massive point for us to be 2 points behind Man City, and we have gone through a week from hell. Atalanta away, Man City away, and Tottenham away. And in all those games, we are unbeaten. We have picked up 2 clean sheets in 2 of the games, and then we have picked up a massive point at the Etihad. However, there is a point of concern. And the point of concern is that Arsenal are not really scoring goals as we were doing last campaign, and we don't look like we are bothered. And the reason that's why I'm saying that we don't look like we are bothered is we can pick up results, we can pick up points with or without these many goals. So our front three is not firing, but we are not bothered and we are not being affected. But actually, on a normal day, you go to Etihad, you pick up a point, that's a good result. You go to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, you pick up 3 points, that's okay. You go to Atalanta, you pick up a point in Italy, that's okay as well. So the results that we should have got with a full house are almost the same results we are getting with half a house. So that tells you that Mikel Arteta, with or without his squad, the tactics that he planned to use this season are really playing out very, very well. But is it sustainable? At some point in time, we are going to need our front three. At some point in time, we are going to need our players. But at some point in time, we're going to need to have, our goals flowing in. Trossard scoring, Saka scoring. Has Saka scored a goal this campaign? No, he hasn't. Isn't that awkward to you guys that he has played 6 games and he's not scored any? Isn't that a little bit awkward? It is. So we've got to think about it, right? You've got to think about it. We're getting goals from our defenders. We're getting goals from the back line. That's okay. But we need to think about the front three. Now, for me, with Mikel Arteta, This is how he's been setting up this campaign, and I understand why. He's trying to keep a consistent line. It's what I'm thinking, right? It's the only reason I can give. He's trying to keep a consistent line in front because he's making some changes at the back. So he has played Gabriel Martinelli more than I expected, especially through his bad form. So let's go with Gabriel Martinelli there. Martinelli has been in the team regardless of how poor he has been. Havertz has also stayed in the team because he's got no replacement. For me, I prefer Kai Havertz every single day over Gabriel Jesus. Funny, I say that. And then, obviously, the undroppable and untouchable Saka. That's the front three that we are playing with, right? And it is not bad. If you're thinking about goals, you can get goals from this front three. Havertz is serviceable as a striker up top, and he does a lot in terms of pressing and winning the ball back and fighting for the ball. And of course, he gives us that outlet, that aerial ball, that that board that we can hit balls against, and then change our strategy. Especially now that we're playing a lot in a low block, we're kind of playing like Everton, Burnley. I was watching one of the top analysts, James Lawrence Accord, and was saying that maybe Mikel Arteta has just realized, why don't I do a David Moyes? Why don't I try to do the David Moyes kind of style, right? And we've seen this with Mourinho. You sit in shape, you defend for 90 minutes. So with Arsenal playing like this, you have the pace of Gabriel Martinelli, you have the pace of Saka, and you have the pace of Kai Havertz, but also that aerial threat of Kai Havertz. This is not a bad three. No, this is not a bad front three. My problem with this front three at the moment specifically, is that it's not working, okay? And that's where the conversation is. It's not working at the moment. There was a time where it worked. Martinelli, Saka, I think it was even Nketiah in that season because Gabriel Jesus was out injured. And there's a time when it worked, right? But at the moment, we need to change it up a little bit. So these are my combinations. They're not my suggestions, but these are the combinations Arsenal could. First and foremost, I've not touched Bukayo Saka because of reasons that you all know. You can't touch Saka. You also can't touch Havertz in Mikel Arteta's system, but we might not have a choice. We might have to replace him, right? We might have to replace him. So if we remove Kai Havertz and we put Gabriel Jesus, I think this was against Atalanta when he did this, wasn't it? Played Gabriel Jesus in the middle, dropped Kai Havertz into midfield to replace Odegaard, and then Saka and Martinelli. Now, again, this is a very hard-working front three. This is a very explosive front three. The problem I have with this front three is that they're wasteful. The two Brazilians would give you the flair. They're hard-working, both of them, especially off the ball. Gabriel Jesus is incredible. And Gabriel Martinelli as well this season. Among the things I can blame him for, laziness is not one of them. And putting a foot wrong defensively is not the other. So he's done that fantastically well. But going forward, and Mikel Arteta said this after the Atalanta game, he rarely doesn't want to throw his players under the bus. It really does. But he said after the Atalanta game that our two best chances fell onto Gabriel Martinelli, and we wished that he actually put them away. What does that tell you? That tells you that as a player, you've got to check yourself. And I tell you, apart from Trossard, there is no other left winger in this Arsenal team that is going to finish chances better than Gabriel Martinelli. Should we drop him? 100%. And that takes me to my second formation. So this is my first formation. Up top, Gabriel Jesus, Saka, and Martinelli. So if we got rid of Gabriel Martinelli, remove, let's put Trossard. And I'm going to tell you why this doesn't work either, by the way. I'm excited about it, but it doesn't work. So we put Trossard there. The problem with Leandro Trossard, I think most of you have already realized, and you tell me this in the comments. The guy doesn't play well in 90 minutes. Like, you bring him on, fantastic. But if you ask him to start games, if you ask him to be your guy to start games, he's going to shun away. He's going to shy away. We are all. I don't understand it, honestly. I do not understand. So I don't know anyone say, Kosi. No, I don't understand it. I don't know why. I don't believe that the players that were born as substitutes. Is it because of the age? Is it because when he's on the bench, he studies the game and understands the game better? Like, is it because he's fresh when it comes off the bench? He's fresh, and the players on the pitch are unfresh, and therefore he can use that advantage. I don't know, but Trossard starting games, not really working at the moment, right? That's not really working at the moment. So let's remove Leandro Trossard and let's replace him with Raheem Sterling. Now, I was crying for this. I was crying for Raheem Sterling when we played Man City. I wanted him to start. And I still think he should have started. And the reason that's why I wanted him to start is, of course, he knows Man City. That's number one. They know him too. But he's got useful pace. And he's got experience. And he knows the feel of such a big game. My front three right now at Arsenal wouldn't be Sterling, Jesus, and Saka. No. But Raheem Sterling for me is a massive, massive shout for Mikel Arteta to include in the team. So, to make my perfect front three right now, again, Gabriel Jesus, I love him very much. I understand him. But for me, it would be Kai Havertz, right? It would be Havertz up top. So, let's go with Kai Havertz. It would be Kai Havertz up top. So Havertz up top, Raheem Sterling and Bukayo Saka on either flank. And why I want this is I know Sterling can create magic on the left. I know Saka can create his magic little by little as he gains form on the right. And at some point in time, if that chemistry sinks in, we are going to have a very good front three. I remember talking about dropping Gabriel Martinelli in the summer, and people said, I'm mad. Now, I'm not mad. And actually, I didn't say drop him. I said upgrade on him. Is Raheem Sterling an upgrade on Saka, on Martinelli? I think he is. I could be wrong, but I think he is. So for me, the front three has got to change. And I know Mikel Arteta trusts his front three. I know Mikel Arteta is comfortable with what he has, but I'm not going to lie, I genuinely think that we've got to change it up a little bit. We've got to spice it up a little bit. Whether that means that you drop some players completely, whether that means that you do a lot of rotation, it will depend. Again, this is a season where we're going to rotate a lot. Injuries are catching up with us, right? So those are my thoughts on the front three. Hit the like button and I'll speak to you right in the next one. Don't follow to sign up with Kiwibet Uganda, bringing you the best odds every single day, Monday to Sunday, January to December. See you soon.